What's going on, you gamers? Today I'm going to be going over one of my favourite spots in the game to farm, one of the ones that I think is the most enjoyable, and that's going to be the Cow Sanctuary. So that's going to be coming up next. Welcome back, all you guys and girls. As always, for all things gaming, for all things Xbox, then why not hit that subscribe and bell icon. Today I'm going to be going over why I think Cow Sanctuary is such a great place to farm, and why it's one of my favourite places in the game to run multiple times. Now first off, I'm a firm believer that the RNG and just crazy low drop chance for some of the items in Diablo 2 means that in most times it's pretty much a good idea to farm the areas in the game that you enjoy running the most, because you'll almost definitely be farming these locations for some time. However, there are areas that I find better than others, and Cow Sanctuary for me is definitely one of them. Now with that being said, Cow Sanctuary isn't really the easiest to beat compared to some of the other areas that you can farm. There are a lot of different immunities here, ranging from lightning and fire as well as cold. Also, some of the packs can hit really hard, so if you do get caught out or trapped in amongst a mob, then there's a good chance that you'll end up taking a nap on the ground for a while. So if that is the case, then why is Cow Sanctuary still one of the most farmable places in the game? Well, to kick it off, there are a lot of rare and unique enemies here, and that is always a bonus, as well as because the area is at the top end and is a level 85 area. You can get any of the highest drops here, meaning that with a bit of luck you could quite easily be seeing some of the best drops in the game. Also, one of my favourite things about the Cow Sanctuary is that the map is static, meaning that you're going to know exactly what you're getting each time and get into a routine of how you like to run the area. The map is constantly fixed, and there are two variations, but they're both very similar, and the seals you need to activate always stay the same. Now speaking on the seals, that's another nice feature. Some of the toughest enemies are not present on the map until you activate the certain seals around the Cow Sanctuary. 2 are on the left, 1 is at the top, and 2 again are on the right, so 5 in total. Upon activating 3 of these seals, 1 in each area, you're going to spawn a pack of enemies, and a tougher rare enemy in amongst them to beat. You'll need to be ready for these, because if you're caught out of position or if you're amongst them, there's a good chance that again you will be in a bit of trouble. However, because you're in control of the spawns, it means you've got a great chance to set them up how you want, and you should be able to get a bit of range if you need that on your side. Now like I said, this is a level 85 area, so the top end of the game. However, not everything in this area can drop all of the best loot in the game. In fact, as far as I'm aware, it only applies to the unique and champion enemies, and even the big baddie himself, Diablo, cannot drop a few of the items in the game. But like I said, they are still possible to drop from the enemies, making this still one of the best areas to grind for unique gear in the game. Also, there are a lot of enemies here, so I find it's not just a great place to farm for uniques, but also a great place in general to farm for a lot of things, especially those runes, which seem to drop here quite often, because it's quite a high density area. Meaning from time to time, just by running this over and over again, you will be getting some nice rune drops popping up on the ground. Now, another great reason is that it gives you the chance to beat the big baddie himself, Diablo.
Not even death can save you from me.
And although I can't actually pronounce his name right, which I've been told many a time on my channel, he is definitely still worth taking on, as after all he is the most iconic enemy in the franchise. So make sure if you're taking him on that your fire resists are on point, because you're going to need them in order to take him down and hopefully scoop up some really nice loot in the process. Another great reason to run Cow Sanctuary is that in multiplayer it gives you quite a lot of XP. Obviously you'll probably be running 7 or 8 man, but with the amount of mobs that you can spawn, and especially if people are running ahead and able to activate the seals and such, you can mow through these very fast and earn yourself a lot of XP and have a lot of fun whilst running this area. Whilst not quite as profitable for XP as say Wildstone Keep and Bowl for example, I find this a slightly more fun area to run in 8 man, and you can do it quite a bit quicker, and you don't have to worry about those really annoying enemies that shoot electricity at you and make you fall over very often. Now finally, another great feature that I'm not going to go too in depth into in today's video is seal popping. If you're a sorceress or have a means to equip teleport, for example Enigma, then seal popping is a great way of clearing this area nice and fast and making your runs much smoother and more profitable, because of how quickly you'll be getting them done. In a nutshell, it involves teleporting to each seal, starting with the top one usually, activating the seal, killing the rare enemy, and then you're going to be teleporting to the left seals, activating those, killing the rare enemies, going over to the right ones, activating the seal that spawns the enemies again, killing them off, then teleporting all the way back and forth around Cow Sanctuary before hitting that last seal, which eliminates all of the enemies you've just aggroed. This is a really fast method, but usually reserved for those top end players that have already got themselves very geared up, so they've got a really nice build going. But if you are able to do this, again this will make this run very fast. All of the loot will drop on the ground and you'll be able to have a little look if you're fast enough before Diablo spawns, or defeat Diablo and then have a little look afterwards, depending on how you want to do it. But yeah, all in all, I really enjoy running Chaos Sanctuary, and it's definitely one of my preferred places to actually go to farm, and one that I find the most success with. Like I said, it's quite a high density area, the map's always pretty much exactly the same, you know what you're going to get. And if you do want to take your time and set up when you're going to activate those seals in order to move back, just to get a bit of range on yourself, you very well can. This is a great place to grab runes, uniques, and just find stuff in general. I've also found quite a few white monarch shields here. But all in all, a nice fun place to farm and well worth doing. As always, all you guys and girls, for all things gaming, for all things Xbox. And if you find anything nice here, let me know. But as always, take care. I'll see you on next day.